Hey, dude.
10 minutes.
Hey,
Got a visitor.
Oh, what's going on, everybody?
He doesn't want to speak, but I brought him some chalk. Man, I got some chalk for him, so in case he wants to
cool.
express himself. Do that.
Well, I brought some chocolate out if anyone wants some.
Great idea.
I like chocolate.
I'm a little bit parched. Try to get some water.
Who wants dark chocolate?
Sure.
Oh no.
Dark chocolate, I don't know.
What is Chris doing?
Oh,
with
God.
that blowhorn?
Okay. Oh no. Thank you. And the clusterfuck begins.
Some activist supplies.
Oh, thank you.
Oh no, by the way.
I'm Garret.
Like poster board.
Hey, nice
Nice
to meet you.
I know your brother.
Sharpie.
Nice to meet you.
Bullhorn. You want everybody to know what it is that you're upset about. It's all useful stuff.
Thanks, Garret.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
You know, chocolate helps with happiness. Everybody knows this. Serotonin levels and all.
I think
You
some
might
of the
think
Stop Free
about
Keene
getting like
definitely needs some chocolate.
USB charger
so too.
for that thing, like a battery pack. Because the thing about camera phones is in your recording, especially if you're live streaming, the batteries will run down really fast.
I'm not in your video.
And you don't want to run out of video record time. That's important because it's like it always happens that as soon as your camera dies, that's when something interesting happens. I hate it.
You just came out and I was like, she is the forehead.
Also, a thing you might want to consider is oftentimes the software you're using for recording crashes, you might lose the recording entirely. Sometimes just a plain old camcorder works out a lot better.
Like, is this going to be just this part of
If you get some walkie-talkies, then you can get your friends to come too, which is huge. We have a thing also, we have like the group text messaging thing, we call it Keene 411. It's actually pretty easy to set up. I think you have instructions on how to do that on Free Keene, right?
Yeah, man, with Sheriff Society forums.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a
I'm
couple
really
friends
trying
down the
not to
street, but I
like
guess
stare
they
at the
didn't.
camera right now.
Oh, his friends are down the street?
Maybe he didn't.
Plus, he doesn't want to turn it off.
He does when he drives by. Disturbing.
Yeah, I hear that, you know, pretty frequently, that these guys, they drive by the house and yell, making noise in the neighborhood. It's not very
That
polite.
doesn't draw many conclusions. They could just be frat boys, you know?
Well, they're frat boys or you know, adults who behave like frat boys, you know,
Your mom?
whichever it is.
But
You're killing me, Smalls.
you're killing me, Smalls. Which reminds me.
Oh God, that's my video.
Which reminds me, now I want to watch The Sandlot. I love that movie. Isn't Hercules the cutest thing you've ever seen? You think it's going to be like this huge dog, but it's not this huge dog. It's like this really friggin' cute one. And then they'll help pull the fence off of him. That's how we should treat our brethren. Pull the fence off.
Should have brought cookies.
In that movie,
Damn Boozer isn't working right now.
Hey, maybe
bring me back to my
I'm gonna
child.
start doing that.
maybe you and
Ow, right in
Yandra
the
could have a conversation about Ethereum.
Me and him?
Or
Have you seen this
Yandra.
one before?
Me and him?
Have you seen this
No,
one?
me and
No, I
Yandra,
think
not
this
you.
gentleman may not be from around here.
That's awesome. We're boosting the tourism economy in Keene now.
If, you know, there was that thing that Glenn posted, supposedly.
Oh,
Garret, oh yeah.
Eventually I
You know, a
want
while back there was a sniper on the roof of one of the buildings in Keene during the Pumpkin Fest, and this guy pointed it out.
It's
What do you think about police snipers just looking over your town?
Right on top of
Think it's
the
a waste of money? Think that's necessary?
Are you going to start like a...
Preemptively putting a sniper up?
Has anyone ever just baked cookies and given them out to both sides of protesters? I'm gonna start doing that.
Cupcakes. Yeah, I made
Garret
cupcakes.
wanted to have
but,
a Robin
follow
Hood
through
picnic
the
where
thing
he
you say.
invited all the Stop Free Keeners, but instead of having food, they kind of protested it.
Well, they didn't really, they held signs, they didn't say
They might call the
anything.
police on you if you don't have the proper permit.
OMG, is it Bo?
Yeah.
Josie's not home and I'm over here.
I'm just hanging out on the porch at that school.
Okay.
How long has this been going on for?
Not that long.
I've been out here for about 12 minutes. I came up as soon as I heard it on the radio. It's like, oh, there's a silent protester outside.
So you must be Chris?
My name's
Chris?
Chris too.
Hello, Chris. Chris Thayer. So you used to live in Keene? You don't live here anymore? You're visiting? I mean, I appreciate visitors. I think it's kind of a funny behavior that you're engaging in, though. I mean, where do people come from who silently go to people's houses and just hang out outside? I mean, it's very Eastern, I guess. But I'm more in touch with communication and expressing ideas. I think that's a more quicker way to forward a dialectic, to you know, forward ideas, and you know, the engine of one's mind, so to speak. Whereas silence is more of an exclusive activity. It's trying to isolate the individual from the audience. Unless it's meditative or something, I suppose. If it's meditative, then maybe, like, you know, people can connect in that way. But you seemed, from some of the posts I read on Stop Free Keene, if you are Chris, you seemed upset at the direction in which a town that you no longer live in has headed. And I was wondering if there were some larger issues beyond your issues with Free Keene that may influence that sort of belief, if I was to interpret your feelings correctly. And if I'm interpreting them incorrectly, please correct me. But there's a lot of, I'd say that it seems that things are always getting better, at least from my perspective. Our lives are always getting easier. Technology is always getting more advanced. So the opinion you have that things are going negatively, I mean, I'd welcome you to counter my position on the matter.
There's the guy in the bike again.
I mean, I thank you for coming out and maybe trying to express yourself. I don't know how well you're expressing it. I mean, I appreciate that you have a camera. I think it's good. I'd love to see more people having and using cameras in their everyday lives. The video you're making will likely be very expressive. I'm looking forward to it.
I hope he posts it personally, because there have been times when I've had interactions with some protesters on the street with cameras where they haven't they just never posted the video, and I was always disappointed.
If you have any trouble, like with YouTube or whatever, just knock on my door. I'll help get the video up. All right. Well, this is rather dull. If you need any of this stuff, just come knock on the door. I'm going to bring it inside.
I'm getting back to work myself.
I'll be chilling.
If you get thirsty or anything, I got you covered.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. I was hoping when I read about a plan to come protest outside of the residence here, or whatever it's being called these days, I was hoping there'd be more people, you know, that'd be more flattering. There was once before when a couple, a husband and wife, I believe, came and chalked alongside the house, and we got some good video of that. It was on Cheshire TV, so it's shared with the community. If you're not aware of it, I would strongly encourage you to not only put your stuff on the internet, but also to submit it to Cheshire TV, because they'll air anything. There's even things that might get taken off the internet, taken off YouTube and other video hosting platforms. Whereas Cheshire TV's policy, it's very pro-free speech. It's they'll air anything. So I think that's a great way for people to express themselves to the whole community. You know, the one activity you're engaging in here, the video you're going to make, maybe it'll reach X amount of people, but with just, you know, a few placements, a few drops in the right spots, it could reach far more.
There's supposed to be like more people here?
Well, there was discussion of it on the Stop Free Keene Facebook page of going to Leverett Street and staging some sort of event. There was even discussion of chalking, and I was really looking forward to seeing some colorful art on the sidewalk. And one thing that's interesting about the whole development of the Stop Free Keene is that it's not, can you call it even a group? I mean, it's a Facebook group, and the Facebook group has members, but to what extent are there individual networks of people operating? And you could say the same thing about people who are associated, or people trying to associate with Stop Free Keene, or with Free Keene, or with individual projects like Robin Hood, Cop Block, Peaceful Streets, etc. Oh, that's the end of it, I guess.
Have a great day.
I'm telling you, camcorder.
Assalamu alaikum.
Bring your friends next time.
Is that his car down there?
Anything's
I
possible.
would think so.
Have fun.
I'm very curious.
He looks so familiar to me. Chris Thayer is his name?
Yeah.
I mean, what possible
Show me a
objective?
post. I don't want to group on your phone.
It's not on the phone, it's on the computer.
23 minutes.
He was out here for 23 minutes. He blew the stop sign. He totally blew the stop sign. That was a very not in favor of laws sort of activity.
He loves it when that happens.